When people become really rich, they basically fall into one of three groups, but only one of those groups actually ends up being happy. So there was this VP at Facebook that got dumb rich off of the IPO, and so did a bunch of her colleagues. So she decided to track what all of them did after they got rich. So the first group is the one that really just enjoyed life. They either traveled or they chilled. This is what most people would think of as the FIRE group, the Financial Independence Retire Early group. And surprisingly enough, they are actually the most miserable. And the second group is the people that decided to keep working and climb the corporate ladder. These people weren't completely miserable. They were actually classified as indifferent, but they also weren't extremely happy. There's actually a great book that's called Die with Zero that talks exactly about the problem with this. Now, the last group, they actually focused on doing work that brought them a lot of purpose. They became artists, they became chefs, teachers. They actually refer to this group as aquarium fish because they were swimming towards meaning. And in my opinion, this is Coast Fire. This is a milestone that I recently hit, and it resulted in me quitting my corporate job and taking a year-long sabbatical to figure out what type of work that I wanted to do that would actually bring meaning to my life. And well, I decided to do this with about $715,000 invested in the stock market. The crazy part is that the average person can hit Coast Fire at the age of 30 with about $140,000 invested. And that's because if you let $140,000 just sit in the market getting normal market returns, after 30 years, you'd end up with $1.5 million, even if you are factoring inflation into that growth, which means that you can live off like $75,000 a year. Plus you'd have Social Security, and that would bump you up to almost $100,000 a year, which is plenty of money because the average person spends about $5,100 a month during retirement.